This week I've been doing a little bit of research because with all of the online presenting that I've been doing and all of us here at the lodge, we've been looking for inspiration about how to really present with power and passion. And in that process, I've been coming across Oprah Winfrey. Now, for some of you, you may well have come across Oprah over the many, many years. And one of the things that really touched me and really inspired me, actually, was something that I came across in her sharings, which was that after every single interview that she's done, and she said she's done 4,589 shows, and also she's done over 37,000 interviews with different people over the years. And when you look at some kind of track record like that, Oprah is someone that, can really stand out from the crowd. And what she was saying was that after every single interview that she held with those 37,000 people, every single one of them turned to her and asked, "Was that okay?" And I was quite shocked to hear that, because it's actually something that I've experienced. I do a lot of our interviewing and working with people on our online yoga studio. And it's true, after every turn off the camera, and the immediate question from the presenter is, "Was that okay?" And it's an interesting thing, because by asking that, they are immediately putting the power back to me to validate whether or not what they did was good, bad, or even better. And when we do that, it's an interesting thing, because we're pushing our power away from us, and rather than accepting that what I did right now was the best thing that I could have done. It's the most wonderful thing that I could have possibly imagined. I put in loads of preparation. I got the right things in place. I kind of did everything that I could to do a really good presentation. And I found myself that if I know that I've answered those questions, do I feel that I did a good job? I then don't need the external validation from somebody else to say, "You did well." But it's interesting, because often you're looking for that praise. You're looking for someone to feed back to you that you did a really good job. So hopefully I'm inspiring you and doing a good job, but I don't necessarily need all of the external validation. But the thing is that we all do. And it's very much a part of human nature that we want and we crave that external validation from our friends, from our loved ones, that we are doing okay. But how can we expect that, but at the same time become so confident and awareful inside of ourselves that we're not demanding it, that we're not needing that external validation? And that's something that I'd like to share with you today. Something called, it's part of an NLP, neuro-linguistic programming technique, and it's called the Circle of Excellence. Now, this is something that I might need to share with you in more depth at another time, but I just wanted to share with you the basic principle, which is basically where you feel an emotion within yourself. And you feel, for example, totally empowered and confident. And if you can right now feel that emotion of being totally empowered and confident. So if you just want to close your eyes just for a moment and see if you can bring into yourself right here, right now, the feeling of being empowered and confident. And you might start to notice that your physical body, your mind, your emotions might start to shift slightly. So do you stand a little bit taller, or do you raise your spine, bring your shoulder blades back? You feel an openness and a confidence in your presentation. Just feel how your emotions are right now. If you feel empowered and you feel confident, there's a real strength to who you are. What about your mind? There is no longer the thoughts that are actually dragging you away from being that empowered self. So if you can feel empowered and strong in this moment, what you can do, according to NLP, is then to turn up the volume. So imagine that you've got a radio in your kitchen and you just turn up the volume knob of the radio. So if you're feeling empowered and confident, I am feeling empowered and confident. Just see if you can turn up the volume metaphorically so that you feel more empowered, more confident right now in this moment. And again, just see if that changes anything within you. You might, what they say in NLP is that you might feel a sense of physical sensation, or whether that's, or you might see it in your mind, like a sense of lightness or joy or a particular colour or theme to your body. So this is essentially what we're talking about, the circle of excellence. So you can feel empowered and confident, but you can also feel totally loved. So if you can imagine feeling totally loved, and you can imagine a specific time, if that works for you, when you felt totally loved and appreciated by everyone around you. Maybe it was after a success in your life. Maybe it was on Valentine's Day. Maybe it was the day that your first child was born. Whatever it is, you just feel that sense of total and overwhelming love. And again, just see how it feels to be loved. And then, once again, see if you can increase that feeling by like 50%, 60%. Literally turn up the volume of feeling totally loved. Okay. And then, last one I want to share with you today is feeling happy and joyful. So you can imagine that smile, the physical smile, but also the inner smile. Imagine feeling totally empowered, confident, loved, and joyful all at the same time. So you feel happy, radiant, full of energy and vitality today. And again, see if you can turn up the volume of happiness and joy. And it's almost like there's a bubbling spring of laughter and joy coming up through your body into this very present moment. Okay, so imagine if you were able to anchor that, and that you were able to walk around every moment of every day feeling empowered, joyful, and loved. And that's what we really, really feel that is so important for every single one of us, to feel in that space of empowerment. Because essentially empowerment, I think, encompasses those feelings of confidence, of connection, and of love, and of joy. So if you can feel empowered, that's what we're looking for. So what I'd like to invite you to do is, over this next few days, part of your meditation practice, or as you're cooking at the sink, or you're going for a walk, just bear in mind and watch for the times where you seek external validation from the people around you, or even from yourself. And just notice that those might be the times when you start to have felt a little bit less confident, less empowered and joyful than you are in this moment. And then simply evoke those emotions and see if you can turn them up. And it's going to take a little bit of practice initially, because it will take awareness of what's happening in the moment, and awareness of what's working or not working, and then taking a very conscious step to raise your emotions, and the emotion of particularly connection, joy, empowerment, and love. And if you can raise those up, you might even want to put them on a post-it note, stick them on the fridge so that you can see them every single time that you feel just that you're dipping down into something where you're not in your full power. Okay, so that's the main thing that I wanted to share with you today, but I would like to end with a quote. And again, this is by Oprah Winfrey. As you can see, she's produced much inspiration for me this week. And I was actually really touched by this, and I saved it to share with you today. So she says, "I've come to believe that each one of us has a personal calling that's as unique as a fingerprint. I've come to believe that each one of us has a personal calling that's as unique as a fingerprint, and that the best way to succeed in your life is to discover what you love and then find a way to offer it to others in the form of service, in the form of working hard, and also by allowing the energy of the universe to lead you." So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this has set your week off to a wonderful start, and I look forward to sharing with you again next week. And in the meantime, if you are on the online yoga studio, please do head on down to have a look at the new classes that we've released in the last couple of weeks, and also onto the online community as well. A fantastic way for you to keep connected with us and also with each other. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.